What's up, everyone? This week, I've got another top five for you. This week, I'm going to give you my top five favorite musical instruments. All right. I don't know if you guys like instruments or not, but I am a musician. At least I dabble. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my top five favorite musical instruments. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off at number five with the flute. I like a good flute, a happy flute, if you will. And that can kind of fall into several categories. Like I like tin whistles and things like that. Basically, I like Celtic music. And if you can envision that sort of fluting, that's kind of what I like. I do not play the flute. I don't know how to play it. It probably would be fun to try to learn, but I don't have the time for that. But anyways, the flute is going to be my number five. Number four is going to be the violin. And I've always liked the violin. It's just a nice, well, I should preface, it is a nice sounding instrument if you know how to play it. It's also one of those kind of instruments that if you don't know how to play it, it sounds awful. But I'm not typically listening to awful violinists. So I really like it. I like it both in classical pieces. I like it in kind of bluegrass, like more of the fiddle type situation. It's just a great instrument to add to songs with. So number four is violin. Number three is going to be guitar, classic acoustic guitar. It's just a versatile instrument, and I play it myself. I'm not the best at it, but I enjoy playing guitar on occasion. And I think what I especially like about guitar is when people can almost play like an acoustic guitar, a little more like an electric guitar, a little bit, more lead lines and things like that. In general, I enjoy the skill that people have with acoustic instruments in the musical genre of bluegrass, basically. So like that kind of guitar playing is really great. Classic strumming is just sort of, it can be boring, but even strumming can be spruced up a bit by tempo changes and things like that. But that's it, guitar, that's number three. Now I mentioned bluegrass music, which leads me into my number two, which is the mandolin. I have always loved the sound of a mandolin. So that's definitely going to be my number two. Chris Thiele, he really got me into the mandolin. I do own a mandolin. I am not very good with the mandolin myself, but it's a fun instrument to pick up and play. It's a fun instrument to listen to, especially when somebody's really good at it. But yeah, that is my second favorite instrument, which now my first instrument, anybody who knows me is obviously gonna already know this before the video's even started, but it is the piano. It is my instrument. It's my main instrument, and I love the piano. It is, to me, one of the most versatile instruments out there. You can play so many different styles of music on it, and I just love the way it sounds. I'm not a pro or anything, but throughout the years, I've definitely increased in my ability, and it's just fun to be able to sit down and play and, almost be able to play anything at this point. There are certainly better pianists out there than me, but I'm happy with my ability, and I love to sit down and play the piano. So that's my top five instruments. I'd love to hear it. If you guys have a top five instrument list, what are your top five instruments? There's a lot out there. An honorable mention was the banjo. I really like bluegrass stuff, I guess. It's not even a genre I listen to that often, but they're just such masters at their instruments, usually, when you hear a good band that does bluegrass. So banjo was up there. That was kind of tied for fifth place, but I'm going to leave it as an honorable mention because I do like it, but I like Celtic music, and so that flute had to slip in there. So that's my top five. Like I said, I'd love to hear your top five. Leave it in the comments. Leave any suggestions for future top five lists for me, and I'll see what I can do. If I've got a top five, I can make a top five list for it. So until next time, hit that bell button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next Quest for Tears.